fucking buffalo. What? What?
Eh. Ha ho ha ha. On my way. On my way. Whoops. On my way. On my way. Gotta be careful with this mic, because I muted it last time. Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the DynamiteGizmo podcast, episode 75. Woo! It is 7:53 in the a.m., waking up my neighbors with the screams of my beautiful voice. They love it. They f***ing love it. And guess what, folks? We're on a new stack of cards today. And for the next 100 episodes. Because we got 100 cards here. We got 100 motherfucking cards. We're fresh in the new stock. It feels good. This right here. This is the first stack. Bada boom. This is the stack we already blew through. Can you believe it? It's not 100. It's 73. 74, I should say. Because again, I used a few before I decided to use them for my podcast. But this is a fresh stack right here. We got 100 of these bad boys. Woo, 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 woo! Crazy. I can't wait for the day when I get down to this last yellow one here. Ooh, the yellows are always last. It's the same as last time, same as this time. Start with blue, go to pink, go to green, and purple, and yellow. Okay, enough of talking about cards. Jesus Christ, you got anything else? I do, actually. So there were some interesting things happening over the course of this weekend. It's Sunday right now. Sunday. What's that U2 song? Something about Sunday. I can't remember how it goes. Sunday. I can't remember at all. It's a manic Monday. Oh, another nice Sunday. Not sure how that's not the one I'm thinking of. Okay, so what happened? Well, I went on another freaking nature trail. Ooh, and I got some footage. Ooh, but it wasn't all it was cracked up to be. It was actually a great... Oh, fuck, I fucked this up. I fucking fucked this up. I was supposed to do something. But I didn't do it. Okay, here, I'll do it now. I gotta... sorry, I forgot to do something right before I started recording, so I gotta do it right now. Oh, it's doing it. Okay. Hold on. I fucked up. Here we go. Ready? Okay, 1 second. Down, up, down, up, down, up. Okay, it's working. Just had to check. Okay, sorry. So where were we? I went to a national freaking park. Here, let me look it up here. What the hell is it called? Elk Island. Elk Island, is that it? Yeah. Look. This is the place. It's a national park in Canada. These are some stupid pictures people have taken. People don't know how to take pictures. There's fucking... But let me tell you, before I get into the good stuff, I'll just show you these pictures. I've got footage of all kinds of crazy stuff here. We got some geese. These aren't my photos. These are other people's photos. I'm just showing you. Showing you what's going on. Okay? So I never got to explore this area, and I'll tell you why in a second. See, there's all kinds of lakes in this area. There's these paths. There's squirrels. This is a squirrel, looks like. And these red lawn chairs are everywhere. And buffalo. Looks like this one fell over. There's buffalo everywhere. You will come in contact with buffalo. But anyway, that's enough of those pictures. While I was here... Okay, now let me start before that. Here we go. So, it's Friday. It's Friday night. Not even night. It's like 5 o'clock. Okay? And this, Stop it, Olive! And I'm outside. I'm barbecuing, okay? I got some sausages on the grill, and I've got some onions in a tinfoil thing, in some tinfoil, and I'm grilling it up. And the sausages were not the best, but not because I didn't cook them right, but because they just weren't good sausages. Anyway, that has nothing to do with anything. So, as I'm out there grilling, I just hear someone screaming, saying the same thing over and over again. And what I thought it was, at first, when I hear this, like here's what I heard. What did he say? Fuck, I gotta watch the video now. I can't remember what he said. What the fuck? Jesus. Oh, I got shit open that doesn't need to be opened. God damn it. Okay. Wish it was Sunday. Hold on. I just gotta listen. Come on. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck? Gosh. Hate it when shit doesn't cooperate. Okay, I'm just trying to fucking do a podcast here. I don't want to fuck around. Let me just listen, because I can't remember exactly. Yes, I got footage of it as well. We'll get to that in a second, once I listen. Uh-oh. Fuck. I did not prepare at all. Oh. Okay, what did he say? Oh. Okay. So it sounds like the motherfucker is yelling, Vinny! Hey, Vinny! Vinny! Where you at, Vinny? And it just goes on and on and on. I could hear it from inside of my house, and it's getting louder, and I don't know what is going on. So I go outside, because, well, I have to go outside anyway, because I'm fucking, I think I just fucked something up here. Oh well. I have to go outside anyway because I have to cook. I keep getting distracted. Jesus. So while I'm out there, this guy keeps screaming, okay? I'm sorry, I'm not prepared. I'm not as prepared as I'd like to be. But he keeps fucking screaming and screaming this. Hey, Vinny! Vinny! Where you at, Vinny? Get back here, Vinny! So I'm thinking this guy's like looking for his dog or something, right? But then he starts walking down my street. He's walking, he's wiggity walking and walking. So I'm like, okay, you know what? This might make a good little segment for the podcast. You never know what's going to happen. It's probably going to be nothing, but I'll just film it anyway. And good thing I did, because shit starts to get crazy after this point. So this is Friday night. I'm cooking up some sausages. Here comes this guy screaming Vinny down my street. He's getting closer and closer to me. He's literally walking right down my sidewalk in front of my house. And now, as I'm filming him, I didn't do a great job because I was trying to make it look like I wasn't filming him because he was looking right at me. So I had to make it not too obvious. So my arm is in the way most of it. But that's fine. There's a few little shots where you can actually see something in his hand. In both of his hands. So, as he's walking, one hand, he's got a cell phone. Which is, you can clearly tell he's got a cell phone in his hand. But then, as you continue to watch the footage, and I saw this in real life before I even filmed him, it looks like he's got either a gun or some sort of baton, or it looks mostly like a dildo. He's got this black dildo in his hand. It's a dildo. He's got a dildo in his hand. And he's smiling at me. He's got this really peculiar smile, and he's wearing penny loafers. And he's got gray shorts and a gray sweater. Cell phone in hand, dildo in the other. And he's walking down the sidewalk screaming at this guy named Vinny. So I have no idea what's going on. The guy walks past me. I don't say anything to him. He doesn't say anything to me. I see the dildo in his hand. He looks at me and smiles. And he's still screaming for Vinny. He just needs to find this Vinny character. But so I let him pass. I continue to cook my sausages. Alright. They weren't that great, but I was cooking them anyway. He starts coming back down the street. And I'm like, oh crap, he's back. He's back for more. He must be this guy's insane. He's gotta be. And he's circling, looking for his next victim. He's gonna shove that dildo deep inside my ass. And wouldn't you know it, he comes back around, and this time I realize he's not screaming Vinny. He's screaming Woody. He's like, hey, Woody! And then he starts whistling. So I'm like, oh, it's gotta be a dog. It's a dog named Woody. Hey, Woody! He's screaming. And then when I take a closer look, now at this point I'm not filming him, but I take a closer look, and the dildo turns out to be, it is a dildo. It actually is a dildo. I got a close look. It's a big black dildo. It's not an umbrella. It's not some sort of baton or gun or weapon. It's a big black dildo. It's a dildo. It's a big, black, burly dildo. Oh, but and he had a dog with his dog with him, which I assume was Woody. At this point, as he comes back to pass me, his dog is in hand. He found his dog. I realize the dog's name is Woody, but he does have a dildo. I got a better look. It's a dildo. He's got a dildo in his hand. So that's what happened. The dildo man with the poopy. And I've got footage. You don't believe me? Here's the dildo. That's a freaking dildo right there. Yes. So that's what happened on the fricka Friday. Fried eggs. I got to see a man walking around with a dildo. So that was kind of cool. And then Saturday, which was yesterday, I went to, like I said, what the hell was it called? The Elk Island National Park. I don't know why they call it Elk Island. There's more bison than elk. But here's what happened there. I pulled up in my truck.
Continue on Elk Island National Park for 7 kilometers.
And there was a lot of people there, and a lot of touristy people. I pulled up and there was people outside the sign out front taking pictures, and even on my way out there was people on the sign, different people taking pictures. There was a lot of tourists there for some reason. Anyway, I first pull in, and there's a freaking buffalo right on the side of the road.
Friggin' way!
Actually, you know what? Let's rewind. So before we even get there, I'm terrible at telling stories, but anyway, before we even get there, there's a fucking train.
They also tend to have floppy ears. They have piebald fur. So guinea pigs and dogs and cows all have splotchy black, white, and brown fur. Why is that? The animals from which they evolved didn't have the kind of splotchiness. So, and they become much more peaceful. If you compare human beings, but they had those animals were domesticated by humans. Like I deliberately allowed the reproduction of this member of the litter and not that member because this member was nicer. And so across time we evolve.
Take the next left onto Alberta 14 West.
Okay. Now this train is long, as they usually are. It's long as fuck. And the goddamn thing stops when the midsection is right in the road.
Is that we self-domesticated. And that what happened over the century, over the millennia, over millions of years, is that weaker individuals in our groups, when one individual became too autocratic and too violent and too powerful, they banded together and killed that guy.
So I have to wait there for literally 20 minutes for this train to get the fuck out of the way. And there was a pile of traffic behind me. There was a pile of traffic on the other side of the train. And on the other side of the train is the highway. So the highway was all backed up because of this stupid fucking train. Anyway, that happens all the time. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that was a bit of a piss off. So here we go. Get to Elk Island. I see a friggin' buffalo right on the side of the road.
Friggin' way! There's a fucking buffalo! What? What?
What? Crazy shit. I knew there was going to be buffalo there, but I did not think that I would see one that quickly and that close. Because usually you go to these places, they advertise the wildlife, but you never see the wildlife. I mean, it's a big open area. It's all fenced in, but it's massive. National park. One of Canada's national parks. Okay? So, I get footage of the Buffalo, and I go in. The lady says, "Can I see your ID?" Because you pull up to this thing. She's got an accent. I'm not sure what kind of accent it was. We pull up to this building. And she's like, "Can I see your ID? Is it just for you? Can I see ID?" I'm like, "Sure." I got my money in my hand, ready to go. So I have to reach into my backpack, grab my wallet, pull out my ID, show it to her. She's like, "Oh, what's that?" "Oh no, I don't need ID. I just need $7.50 or whatever she said." I'm like, "Oh, I thought you said ID." And we kind of giggled, and she was like, "You don't know how many times that's happened today. My accent is so bad, I guess." Blah blah blah. And you could tell she felt very embarrassed, because this is not the first time it happened to her today. But anyway, that don't matter. I pay the money. I get in. Now this place is huge. There's like 10 to 12 different trails you can take. And so I went right ahead to this one trail called... Actually, let me go grab the map. 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 Come here, Hov. Come here. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. See, Elk Island. It's a little wet, and I'll explain why. You'll find out why in a minute. So here we go. Let me open her up here. So the trail I went on was called Hayburger. It's called the Hayburger Trail. So let me show you this here. It's right on the crease. This is going to be difficult. Okay, where is it? Where is it? I can't see. I can't. This is hard to do. Aha. That number one. See that number one there? Here. Right here. This whole thing right here. This is the trail I went on. It doesn't look very long, but just as a point of reference, from this point, which is where you park, to here, the start of the trail, that section is 1 kilometer. Okay? So, where is it? Where the fuck did it go? So the rest of this trail here is 11.6 kilometers. It takes 3 to 4 hours to walk the whole thing, which is great. I was totally willing to do it because I wanted to have some fun. There's 11 trails in total. I picked one of the biggest ones. I didn't pick the biggest one, but I picked one of the biggest ones. And, you know, it was going great. Everything was going fantastic. I had Oliver, we were walking, there was nobody else on the trail. Goddamn mosquitoes. There was little like bridges crossing over little bodies of water. Oliver, don't do that. And then I saw a frog or two. I didn't even see it. Look at it. Look. Where's it? Oliver, come here. Ooh, I got one on video, actually. It was a gray frog. Oliver didn't even recognize it. He sniffed it and licked it, but Didn't even realize it was a living thing.
Did. Oliver.
And then there was like this little, it looked like a weasel or something. It was not a gopher.
Damn, these mosquitoes are bad. Holy shit. What is this? Oliver, come here. Come here, Olive. There's something over here.
But it was like a little weasel ferret looking thing. But it was a baby hiding under this log. I got a little bit of a footage of it. It's hard to capture because it was camouflaged into its scenery. It was kind of under a log. But I reviewed the footage, and there's like a little segment. You can see his head poking up for just a second. And then Oliver came over and scared him away, which I wanted Oliver to come over. I wanted Olive to chase it. There's no way he'll ever catch these things, but he has fun chasing them. So there was that, and then along the trail there was actually frickin' more buffalo.
Buffalo. Oh my god. I didn't think I'd see them this close. That's so fucking cool. Goddamn mosquitoes, sorry. Wow.
There was a buffalo on the trail, which, of course, Oliver fucking chased it and barked at it, and it ran away. And then there was like 2 buffalo kind of off the trail in the distance, so that was really cool. Lots of birds, lots of beautiful scenery. This place was great.
Buffalo fur.
But then I was about, I don't know, maybe 5-6 kilometers in, and it's a circle. So, you know, you start at the same place you end. And I start hearing thunder. So I'm like, oh shit.
It's starting to rain. Fuck. Oh, it's really raining now. Uh-oh. Olive, we still got like 10 kilometers to go.
The thunder's coming. Well, it shouldn't, and it was super sunny out, so I didn't think it was gonna rain that bad.
It's raining really hard right now, but there's a friggin' buffalo just right up there. Do you see it? You see it, Olive? My phone's getting wet. He's running away. He's running away. You see him? We're gonna get right up to him. Careful. Oliver! Oliver! Hey! Well, I should have known that was gonna happen. Oliver!
And I thought, well, by the time the rain starts, I should be almost out of this place. But no. At around that 5-6 kilometer mark, it starts raining. I'm like, okay, this isn't so bad. It's just rain. But I'm wearing shorts. Luckily, I have a sweater on at least. But my shoes were not designed for this terrain. My shoes were literally like runners that you would wear on if you were going to run on pavement. So they had like this mesh material on the entire top of the shoe to allow your feet to breathe. I don't know why I chose to wear those to this place, but I did. And once, I was dry right up until it started raining. And once it started fucking raining, that's when shit went sideways.
Look at that. You see? Luckily, I have a sweater on. But I'm wearing fucking like these breathable hiking shoes. So like they're kind of mesh and the water's just going right through them. the first little bit of rain, I was able to dodge the puddles and the mud. But my feet were a little bit wet. But then as I'm walking, like, it felt like forever. I just kept walking and walking, and the trail wouldn't end. And then it started raining harder, and there was lots of thunder and lightning. I was starting to get soaking wet. And as long as my feet were dry, you know, I could at least enjoy it a little bit. But no, it didn't take long for my feet to get absolutely drenched, because you're walking in mostly grass and dirt, which when it rains it turns into mud, and there's no way to avoid getting wet with these shoes on. So my shoes and socks were filled with water. I felt like I was stepping in a swamp with every step. I've got six kilometers to go, which is, you know, not a short walk. So it was a fucking nightmare at that point. I didn't even want to be there, obviously, but there was no point in turning back, because I have to walk the same distance, because it's a circular path. So I just had to fucking keep going. And Oliver was filthy and wet and cold, and I was filthy and wet and cold. Every step I took, dirt flew up from my heels up into my shorts. And it was not a fun experience. But up until that point, it was pretty good. I liked it up until that point. And I'm definitely going back. Like, I'm absolutely schmapskaplooply going back to Elk Island. Because there is so much more to explore. I only seen the one Hayburger Trail. You can rent a canoe or kayak. I might even bring a friggin' bicycle next time. There's bears, apparently. There's beavers, bison. Oh, they have plains bison and wood bison. Don't know the difference, but anyway. There's white-tailed deer. And they even show the tracks, what their tracks look like. This is cool. White-tailed deer, coyotes, wolves, elk, moose, and mule deer. It's beautiful. I'm like, I love nature trails. I freaking love them. There's a theater? Stop by the Astotin Theater to watch a documentary. Borrow a discovery kit, pick up an explorer book. Oh man, you know what? I gotta go back there. This place is great. Oh, there's events every year. June 1st was the Bison Festival. Canada Day, there's something going on. July 20th, there's something going on. Ooh, baby, I love the way every day. You're gonna see a lot more of nature trails in this podcast. That's my new thing, and I fucking love it. It's so much fun, unless it rains. But you know what? Next time, I'm going to over-prepare. I'm going to bring rain gear, poncho, boots, extra socks, extra clothes. Because see, when I went yesterday, I brought food, and I brought lots of water. But other than that, I didn't have anything. You know, the water was the least of my worries because I was getting rained on. It felt like it took so long. The trail just would not end. When it's raining that hard and you're soaking wet, all you want is for that trail to end. That's all you want. And it doesn't. Well, eventually it does. I remember when there's a point where I saw there was like the parking lot sign. What is that? There's a sign. says parking, letting you know that the parking lot's coming up. So I was like, oh, thank fuck. But then underneath it said 6 kilometers to go. So I'm like, oh, God. Wait a minute. Oh, for fuck's sake. It says 6 kilometers still. Ah, great. Still got 6 kilometers to go. 6 kilometers to the parking lot. And then, when I actually saw the real parking lot sign, it said, go this way to the parking lot. I was like, yes! But it turns out that was still 1 kilometer to go. And that 1 kilometer fucking felt like ages. But I got there. And it felt great to exit that trail. But what didn't feel good was taking off wet clothes and wet socks in front of everybody. Because no, people were standing outside the trail considering to go. Oh yeah, this is the other thing. When I exited the trail, it fucking stopped raining. And people were just standing like in the parking lot debating on whether or not to go. And they see me, this wet, sloshy piece of shit coming out of the trail. And I got this dirty, filthy chihuahua with me. And everyone's staring at me. And I'm soaked and I'm walking like I'm wet. You know, like with your arms out. And you can hear the squish of my of my shoes. And I can tell people are like, what the hell is with this crazy motherfucker? And yeah, so no one else went on the trail because it was wet and sloppy. But I did. When I started the trail, it was dry. Ended, I was soaked. That's a good experience. Now I know for next time to over-prepare. And I was actually going to bring different shoes with me because there was a thought in my head that was like, well, what if it rains? Which I looked at the weather and it said there was a possibility of raining, but it did not look like rain was coming. And I wanted to go on a day when it wasn't brutally hot, because when it's way too fucking hot, it's no fun. It's no fun when it's wet and rainy or when it's brutally hot. Now, it can be fun when it's wet and rainy if you're wearing a poncho and you got fucking the proper boots on. Then I wouldn't even give a shit. I'd walk at my own pace the whole way. And I also need to get Oliver a rain suit. He's got boots, but he's not comfortable wearing them yet. He awkwardly walks around in them. Ooh, baby, I love the way every day. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to visit as many nature trails as I can. But I'm definitely going back to Elk Island. What I want to do is continue to go back to Elk Island. I might even pay for a year pass because I'm going to keep going back there. And I want to try to do all the trails. There's 11 trails. I want to do every one of them. There's no way I can do every one in a day because even the shortest trail takes 1 to 2 hours, or yeah. Well, no, the shortest trail only takes 30 minutes to walk because it's only 400 meters. But that's a boardwalk. It's not even a trail. But the shortest trail is at least 1.5 hours to walk. So I'd love to just go out there and camp. And then every day get up and walk a new trail until I finished all the trails. That would be the fucking shit, boy. This place Yeah, it's worth checking. Elk Island. They should have called it Bison Island. There's more bison than anything. I couldn't believe how many there were. They're just everywhere. Everywhere. Hi, Olive. Oliver, what are you doing? What are you doing, Olive? I also have on my my phone. There's an app that comes with your Samsung called Samsung Health and Fitness or something. I don't know. And it just automatically tracks your walking. I did something like 20,000 steps, which was 270% of my goal. So I exceeded expectations. And when I looked at my my average speed, I could see as soon as it started raining, my speed increased up to 10 kilometers an hour because I was just fucking speed walking / jogging the whole way out. Not the whole way, because I'm fucking not in shape at all. And that's one of the other reasons I want to do this. I just want to walk. I like walking in nature. It's too bad I live way too fucking far away from all these nice places, though. Because I have to drive 3 hours to get to Elk Island. Which, you know, isn't so bad, but you gotta pay for all that fuel. There and back. There and back. But I don't use my truck because that shit guzzles the fuel. I use another vehicle, a Jeep Compass, which is much easier on fuel. And so my next vehicle is definitely going to be something that's got great fuel economy. I need something with the best fuel economy. I don't care if it's a fucking smart car. Well, I do. I don't think I'd ever have a smart car. I need something that has at least a trunk that I can put stuff in, but also has great fuel economy. I don't want the truck anymore. I don't. I like it, but it's too fucking expensive to drive. It's like hopping in a boat. You know, fill that shit up. Sucks the fuel. Anyway. Ooh, baby, I love the way every day. I gotta have a hoot. I gotta have a hoot. I gotta have a hoot. Poop, scoot, hoot, boot. And then we'll talk about what's on the card here. And then we'll do some Reddit. Okay, here we go. Cheers. Man, that fucking... Have you been hearing this fucking... what do you call these things? The air vent? It's been going all fucking morning. Anyway. Cheers. Whoa, dude. Whoa. Wow. Oh. Wow. What was that? That was marijuana. Marijuana, marijuana, marijuana. Ooh. so if you know or don't know, I've been on YouTube since 2009. No, wrong. 2007. Well, that was when I created my first account. But I've been on YouTube since the beginning, 2005. Okay? And if you have been around since then, you will be familiar with two of the original all-stars of YouTube called Rhett and Link. Because they've been around forever. Just as long as me. Although I didn't, I was a child. I was a child when they were beginning their career in YouTube. What was I getting at here? So yeah, and they're still going strong, and they're bigger and better than ever. I have a lot of respect for Rhett and Link and what they do. They're really smart people, and they definitely know what they're doing, and I take a lot of inspiration from them. It's, unless you're part of the YouTube community, like really part of it, you don't focus or see or understand exactly what YouTubers are doing to get views. But once you see it, and once you've been around it for as long as I have, you see all these techniques that people are using and how brilliant they are. And so now you're saying, well, why don't you use those techniques? Well, I am. Okay, but it's not a matter of just using the techniques to get the views. It's also about promotion and getting your stuff out there, which I'm terrible at. I don't do. And I'm pretty sure I've said this every fucking podcast. But anyway, what I want to talk about is Rhett and Link. If you haven't seen them or heard of them, or if you have heard of them but don't really watch them, just check them out. It may seem like you might be thinking, oh, Good Mythical Morning, that's just like a family-friendly kind of lame show. Well, no, it's not. Yeah, it's family-friendly, but the shit's actually funny. And oh my god. Now, Rhett and Link, it's not like Rhett and Link turned family-friendly got the hiccups. It's not like Rhett and Link turned family-friendly because of the fact that YouTube had the whole adpocalypse conundrum and now they have to be friendly for their advertisers. No, that's not the case. They have always been family-friendly. They've never cursed in their videos. They've never done questionable things, or they've always made sure to be sensitive and we'll say politically correct. But what I've been noticing over the past few years, as they're blowing up, even more than ever, and they have such a massive crew now, it's basically a full TV production. It's the same thing. They've kind of been slowly progressing up the scale of derogatoriness. They're starting to curse in their videos, but they still bleep them. They're starting to do sexual jokes and marijuana jokes, marijuana referencing. They even ate a weed brownie on LTAT, and they've even incorporated a little bit of drinking into their show, which I remember back in the day that they didn't even participate in drinking in other channels if they were featured on another channel like Epic Mealtime. I remember once Harvey, was that his name? Oh no, Harley. Harley. There was, I don't know, some sort of something, some segment where they had to drink alcohol, and they refused to drink the alcohol, and it's not because they didn't drink, but it's because they didn't want to. They didn't want to. How do you put this? They didn't want to. Um, they didn't want to hurt their image because they had a specific image that they put out on the internet. But now they've grown and progressed into something new. And I don't know if it's because they understand that their audience is progressively getting older, so they're starting to move and grow with that audience. And because, when they started, their audience would have been relatively young. And so they were trying to be as politically as correct as possible for that young audience. But now that their audience has grown up, you can see... Oh my God, Olive, what is that noise? Well, anyway, their audience has grown up, and you can see that they are growing with the audience. Like I said, they'll curse, they'll drink, they haven't smoked weed, but they ate weed brownies, and they talk about it. What else? And, the sexual humor. All that stuff was never a part of their show back in the day, and if it was, they would have cut it out. I know they would have. So it's really interesting when you notice these little things. A lot of people don't pay attention to what they're watching, and they don't realize what's actually happening or being put in place. Yeah, it's just a YouTube video, but there's a lot of little things you can pick up on. And that's one of them. That's what I've noticed, and I like it. I think it's great. But again, I don't actually know if that's why they're becoming less politically correct. I'm just saying, that's kind of what I see is happening. They might not even consciously realize they're becoming less politically correct. This just might be something that's happening with the growth of their channel. They've become to a point where they're comfortable, and they feel like they can do these things and get away with it, but they're not pushing the envelope too far. But it's all like a unconscious or subconscious thing that's just kind of happening. I don't know. What do you think? Olive, what's the matter? You got poop or something? His belly's making all these little grumbly noises. Are you farting? You gotta go outside? What is it? Sounds like he's farting or something. All his farts stink. They're really bad. Your farts are really bad, Olive. Come on. Come on. Oh, he hit his head. Your farts are bad. Don't fart on me or I'll puke on you. If you fart on me, I'll puke on you. Okay, Olive? I'll puke on you if you fart on me. So I mentioned last podcast, or maybe 2 podcasts ago, I don't remember, that I was going to see a little therapy. I was going to do a little bit of therapy. And I started it. I did it on Friday, actually. Right before that fucking weirdo with the dildo walked by. I did therapy. And it was the first session, so it's not like anything really progressive happened yet, because it was like an hour and a half, 2 hours of just questions about myself. So just a lot of questions. She was just trying to figure everything out she could about me. And then next session is going to be progressing into something else. And I must say, she did a very good job. I liked how she worded the questions, and I liked that she made me feel comfortable, and I can already tell without anything happening yet that it's going to be helpful. She seems like she knows what she's doing. And she's got short hair, like pretty well buzz cut. Blonde. She's about middle aged, I'd say. But she's got some sort of accent. I don't know why I'm describing her. But she's got I think it's a Ukrainian accent. But anyway, she definitely knows what she's doing. I've tried this type of counseling therapy shit at the same location a few years ago. I think when I was still in high school, or maybe just out of high school. And the person I did it with then did not know what they were doing. Because when I was there, that person made me feel very uncomfortable, and there was barely any questions asked towards me or about me. It was mostly just, it almost felt as though she was putting it all on me. I remember the first thing was, well, why are you here? And I told her, and then she said, well, what do you want me to do? Something like that. I'm like, what? What? I don't know. She was making me figure stuff out. But she didn't, which I could see how that could be a technique, but she wasn't doing it properly. She was making me feel progressively more and more uncomfortable as the questions went on. And then by the end of it, she was more like she didn't care. I don't know. I really blocked. That's one of those things I blocked out of my mind, which I'm very good at. And once I block it out of my mind, because I block it out right away, and when that happens, it's really hard to recall what actually happened because I blocked it out. It was, so soon. Which is that could be a good technique and a bad. Get down, Olive. A bad technique for certain things. Because, yeah, it might be a bad memory, but it could be a useful memory. And you gotta think, is that memory still there? You just have to access it some other way, like through hypnosis or something. Yeah. Well, should we Reddit? Should we go to the Reddit? Let's actually, before we do that, let's just let me just go to this Elk Island website here. So look at this: hiking, stargazing, picnicking. There's animal watching, bird watching, cross-country skiing, geocaching. Ooh! You know what geocaching is? If you don't know what geocaching is, I did this when I was in grade 7 maybe. So basically you got these devices here. It's a Garmin GPS thingamajigger. Okay. Now this okay, let me explain it. So people will hide a container of stuff somewhere, and then they will mark that location in these geocaching devices, And if you have one, you can see on your device where people have hidden stuff all over the world, or wherever you're at. And then you follow the instructions on the geocache machine to find, what other people have hidden. And I think the rule is, if you take something from the container, you have to put something back in, I think. And it's really cool because people will leave like little notes or trinkets, or I think people have left money in them even. It's weird that there's a section on the Canadian website dedicated just to geocaching. And it's also weird that there's a device that you buy just to play this little game. It's always seemed strange to me, even when I did it in school, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about fucking Elk Island. Well, what am I saying? We can talk about whatever we want. Who cares? Ice skating. What is this? Authentic. What? Authentic. Interested in camping, but craving the comfort of a bed. Arrived to find a camp already set up at one of the 5 authentic tents in the Ostonton Lake Campground. Authentics offer an easy and relaxing way to experience the great outdoors. Ooh. What's inside? Sleeping area for up to 6 people, 1 double bed, 2 singles, and 1 bunk bed, table and 4 chairs, 1 electric light and battery-powered lantern, an electric baseboard heater, a USB charging port, ooh, fire extinguisher, smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector, ooh, broom and dustpan. Wow. Now these are fucking cool. And you can reserve. Oh. There's playground, stargazing, windsurfing, theater, which I mentioned earlier, sailboating, photography, kayaking, golf, cycling, camping, backcountry camping, beach, canoeing, dog walking, hiking, lookout, picnicking, snowshoeing, tours, and programs. Bison traffic jam. This place. Watching the yeah, like see how there's bison in the road here? There's a little baby one. This was on my way in. Saw basically this, and you've seen the footage. You've seen the footage. Now, I know there's national parks all over Canada, obviously, and this one. Although this one's nice, there's no way this is the nicest one. And I hope to say someday I'll get to visit national parks all over Canada, and maybe even the United States. I'm really enjoying these national parks. And I've always enjoyed nature trails since a young lad. A young lad growing up in the Bronx. Just kidding. I did not grow up in the Bronx. Reddit, we're on some Reddit. I said it, it's Reddit. We're going to Reddit. We're gonna do... I actually have a bunch saved, ready to go. So... I think we should check that out. First thing I want to show you is the floating backpack. Okay? Oh. Why is there... Oh! That's cool! Okay, here's the floating backpack. What? The image you are requesting does not exist or is no longer available. I just saved it this morning. You son of a bitch.
This was a good post too. Oh well. Here's a little dream thing. Look at this. Isn't that cool? Wow. That's Trippy. That's Charles Trippy. If you don't know who Charles Trippy is either, then you're definitely not an OG YouTuber. Definitely. Olive, what's wrong with your chum? This was kind of interesting as well. Sand from Omaha Beach rubbed on some crosses. You know, first view, you're like, this guy's desecrating war veterans' crosses, but no. He's actually making it better. Now this, I'm sure you've seen this before, but if you haven't, you're gonna laugh at it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Oh. Isn't that great? Oh. It seems fake to me. But I don't know. It's still funny though. Fake or not, it's funny.
Oh, it's fine. I didn't know
Oh yeah. So here we have an octopus clasped onto the head of an eel because I think the eel was trying to eat the octopus. So the octopus said, "Fuck you. I'll just jump on your head and ride you like a fucking bull." Cutting polymer clay and reshaping. Oh, this music has got to go. Got to go. There's nothing worse than watching a nice, satisfying video like this, and it has shitty fucking royalty-free music attached to it. I got the sniffles, I know. I got the fucking sniffs. Slice and dice! See? It's beautiful, isn't it? But it's not done yet. It's not done. Give it another slice. Boop, bop. It's not done yet. Don't think it's done yet. Another slice. Bam! Wow. It's like looking into a kaleidoscope. Oh yeah, this girl. Did I show this already?
Crews called out to Paestua Peak to help a woman who got hurt while out on a hike.
You can see there that she's being airlifted, but Sky Fox is showing that she is spinning around and around. Hoisted up in the rescue helicopter, but she ended up spinning there, unfortunately, for quite some time.
Out of control, spinning around for several minutes. We're told the woman is 74 years old and got hurt while out on the trail.
I can't believe they just let her spin like that. I guess there's nothing they can really do, but like that as funny as that may be, that could have killed her. She's 74 years old, already injured from the hike, and she's fucking spinning uncontrollably while dangling from a helicopter. She probably puked in there. Can you hear the children outside? There's plenty. Now, I thought this was interesting. This guy started his new job, and he put up a picture that Pam painted of the office. It's a great picture. It has a lot of symbology towards the episode. And like I said, if you haven't watched The Office, this won't even affect you. So, go watch The Office. Anyway, when he put it up in his little cubicle, a guy asked him if he previously worked at a paper company and winked. Ah! Isn't that funny? This guy. I'm sure you've seen him. When Pokemon Go was a big craze, this Japanese old feller decided, I'm going to get 1,200 phones and create this crazy thing on my bicycle to ride around and catch Pokemon. And they're all charging too. Isn't that crazy? Do you hear those children? They're screaming. Let's see if I'm picking them up. Where's the output? Okay. No, I guess I can't really hear them. That's good. It's good that you can't hear them because I can fucking hear them. They scream loud. They're loud. Very, very, very loud, but I don't really care. I'm not a grumpy old shit face. I've showed you this already. Buster Keaton. Oh, we're back to what we already seen, aren't we? Well, let's go to the Reddit homepage and look at a few then. Angry Puss. Oh, it says Angie. Good fight, good fight. Come on. I don't even hear anything. Good fight, good fight. Oh, yeah! That was a good fight. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ah, stupid. That's awesome. She tried to fuck up his day, but he fucked up her day. That's what you get. Biatch. My parents, 1971 in Nantucket, in front of the house my grandma designed. Wow. Your grandma's a awesome designer. That's a funky looking house. Look at that duck. Ew, I've seen this one earlier today as well. This is the inside of the owl's ear, and you can see the back of its eyeball through its ear. Whoa! What the What? What the fuck was it trying to do? Is it trying to evolve into a land creature? This happened to one of us. I can't remember what they're called. It's a sucker dude. Attaches to tank with mouth. Ba 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 ba. Didn't why did it jump out? It's trying to evolve. It wants to walk on land. What's he doing? What's this guy doing? Oh, he's trying to save the pelican. There's a coin? Don't be scared, you fool. Just rip it off. There's no audio. Did they get it? They did it. He's gonna eat you. Bet that pelican feels great now. See you later. Or whatever it is. Yeah! That was a nice snag, too. I met Ellie Kemper today and almost cried. Looks like you did cry. I bet face swap with my pup would look cute. Oh no, that's not cute at all. Olive, quit farting. Remember this one? Nope. I do. Saw it while I was pooping this morning. This person unwrapped their chocolate bar, and look at that. The fuck, that's hot. The fucking raper was stuck to the back of the chocolate bar. Isn't that fun? It would mean a lot to me. What is he doing? Knighting him or something? Or he's giving him the hat, I think. If you don't know, this is the guy who voices Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption. Oh. Sorry, I'm reading. Sorry. Went to the shelter to get a puppy. Instead, I came home with a 7-year-old tofu. Tofu? India breaks Guinness World Record. Plants 66 million trees in just 12 hours. Wow! That's a cow. What? Look how old she is. Garbage chute. Uh-oh. What's gonna happen? Where? What the fuck? Where did he go?
Oh my gosh!
Wait, what? What did they think was gonna happen?
And I need to do this. Where is he? Oh my gosh!
Oh my god.
No, she. Oh my gosh! Harry, are you okay? Can you breathe, Harry? Hold it open, hold it open. No, seriously, hold it open, hold it open.
What?
He went to the trash can and it like opened.
Oh no. Oh my.
No, but like.
Hold on, I gotta read these comments. Big fucking sign says, don't get in. His friend even warned him. Little me is a troll, don't feed the troll, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. Oh my god, these people. Fuck. I just want to know what happened. Anyway. Oh, here we go. This is Joe Rogan. Basically, Joe Rogan's idea of Sober October. Come on, guys. It's not that deep. You're a cunt, Frank. This is a great representation of Joe's idea of Sober October. It really is. He wants one thing, and the other guys want something completely different that they all agree on. But Joe won't do it! Joe won't fucking do it! But anyway. Oh my god, Olive. He just keeps farting. Just keeps farting. Olive, quit farting. Quit farting, Olive. Anyway. I think that's it for this episode of the Dynamite Gizmo podcast. I hope y'all enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one. See you in the next one. See you in the, see you in the, see you in the next one. Bum, 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 bum. Ba, 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 na, 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 Oliver. Look up, Olive. Run, dun, 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 run, dun, 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 dun.
Option. But damn, it's not like there's no way I'm staying here. I'm not staying in that profession. There's no fucking way. I can't.
Hey, 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 are ya? Hi, how are ya? Hi, hi, hi. Blah, blah, blue, blah, 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 blue, blah, 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 blue, blah, 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 blue.